Okay, Micahel Olise. Do you know what annoyed me? When I seen him in the France squad recently. I think it was his first time being in that international team. Didier Deschamps is an idiot. In my opinion, Olise had to go to the Euros. The fact he wasn't was a disgrace. And just because now he's playing for Bayern Munich, he now gets into that team when this guy has been serving up world class performances for about 2 years. So the fact that you only just noticed him is crazy. In my opinion, Micahel Olise right now is not playing any better than he was at Crystal Palace. He was a joke at Palace. This guy is so much better than Ousmane Dembele. And you can talk to me about, talent, he's both-footed, he's rapid, he's quick. I don't care. He's a donkey when it comes to being in front of goal. Do you know who isn't? Micahel Olise. For a 22-year-old, this guy is so accomplished, so composed, so mature in front of goal compared to someone like Ousmane Dembele that you have to scratch your head and wonder why on earth Dembele was picked over Olise in the Euros. The season for me where Micahel Olise not shocked me, but I thought, okay, this guy is here now. This guy has arrived. Was the 22-23 season. Now, this was the season where Palace were in no man's land. Patrick Vieira had just left. They hadn't won a game for the first 3 months or something of 2023, sorry. And Roy Hodgson came in, so Palace were in turmoil. The form was dire, but Micahel Olise still ended that season with 11 assists in the Premier League. His form at the back end of that season, 6 of his assists came in the last 9 games. He was injured during that season as well, but he came back and he just picked up where he was before. This guy is just... And since then, he's never looked back. He's just been on that form basically the entire time. And it's crazy because if you look at his last 18 games, league games, so 14 of those are the Premier League. This is where he came back in, I think, after a bit of an injury again. So his last 14 in the Premier League last year, plus his 4 now in the Bundesliga. I have it here. In total, in his last 14 Premier League games, he had 9 goals, 6 assists. So again, Deschamps, what the fuck were you watching? And in the Bundesliga, 3 goals, 2 assists, I believe in 5 games. So that's in his last 18 games in the league, in the Premier League and Bundesliga combined. Last 18 league games, 12 goals, 8 assists. This guy is a freak. And these weren't like easy goals, by the way. He didn't just like dick Luton. You know, he scored versus Man City, 2 versus Man United, a goal versus Chelsea, 2 goals versus Brentford, a goal and an assist against Wolves, who had a pretty good year last year. So this guy is so good. We have to mention his Champions League debut as well. Now, don't get me wrong. This was a team that was worse than Luton. This is a team that was awful that they faced. They won 9-2. But one of the reasons they won 9-2 is because of Micahel Olise. His 2 goals, 2 poacher goals, actually. I wonder if he's had a few goals like that. I wonder if that's something that Vincent Kompany is trying to get into him to score more goals, higher volume. I'm not sure, but you know he's added that to his game as well, more goals, and that is actually something I wanted to mention as well. So assists is what Micahel Olise is primarily good at. This guy is an assists machine. Like I said, 11 assists on a terrible season for Palace is so impressive. But alongside the assists, this guy can find a pass. His crossing for me is the best maybe in the world, alongside Trent and Kevin De Bruyne. He started adding now goals to his game as well. So it's kind of similar to Cole Palmer in a sense. You get this guy who's, last year scored a lot of goals, but I think this year what will happen is the assists will start to get added as well, which makes it a bit more complete. And I think Olise has gone from being, the assists man and now is going to become a goal scorer as well. And that performance versus Bremen, holy shit. This wasn't just a crap assist. You know, this wasn't stat padding. If you look at the assist he got for Harry Kane, what even was that? I mean, I don't know how he managed to find the space, the footwork, everything for that goal. It was world class, that goal. The commentator said it as well. And it was a world class game. You know, even the one where Kane passes it to Olise. He's literally in on goal. And he just stops and lays it back to Harry Kane. And Kane scores. And this is just the quality that Olise has, and why I think he's so far ahead of a player like Dembele. This guy is so just calm in front of goal and accomplished. I really think this guy, at the end of the season, I don't think he's getting compared yet, but for me, he'll be on that Vinny Jr., comparison. I think people will be saying, oh, who's better, Olise or Vinny Jr.? Because I really believe he's at that level, Micahel Olise. I think he has been for, a year or so. But I think, now that he's at Bayern, people will acknowledge that and compare him to the best players in the world. And another example, if I were to ask you, or football fans in general, would they take Lamine Yamal or Micahel Olise? I think many would say Yamal. I think the majority would. For me, this guy isn't touching Olise right now. I think Olise, understandably, because of his age, is streets ahead of Lamine Yamal. But I think majority of people would say Yamal. When I say Yamal, I feel like I'm saying Yama, like your mum. But no. Yeah, anyway.